Welcome back to a brand new episode of Blower Mandalore. I just wanted to do a little bit of a shorter video for you guys today, and it's kind of a behind the camera video because a lot of the times when I'm doing my set, the one thing that I always need on are these lights to showcase my collection. This is like a source of massive inspiration for me throughout all of my content, really. I mean, I've been editing for the past 2 hours, just kind of sitting on the kitchen bench, turning around occasionally and just looking at it because it gives me so much motivation. And also inspiration to be able to kind of create some of the videos that I do. And it just gives me a lot of ideas, mainly because I like to randomly play around with my figurines. If you guys know, I'm a huge TVC collector. I've done a bunch of videos of like unboxings and reviews and so on of various TVC figurines. And, you know, I mean, you would see them in here somewhere. We've got the Judge, we've got the Imperial Fleet Commander, like so many bad boys. We've got Commander Rex. That video did really well. Thank you to everyone who watched that. Also, my Mandalorian Judge video went really well as well. So thank you again. But, you know, I have a bunch more stuff than TVC, and I kind of just wanted to showcase a little bit of that for you today. Ugh. First of all, I wanted to show you my Ambien Phase Pulse Rifle. So, I mean, look, sometimes the names change. It's been going from, like, the Ambien Phase Pulse Blaster to Rifle to, like, it's stupid. I don't know what the hell people want to call it. I'm just going to call it a rifle because if you're not fucking looking at it and calling it a rifle, like a blaster surely is like a pistol. Anyways, I love this thing. I absolutely love this thing. I'm pretty sure I've got some more bullets up here. Yep, I've got one right here. I want to show you guys how I do this shit. So if you've seen like one of my very first videos, I think it is actually my first video. Like I'm pretty sure it was the intro for my very first intro for my very first episode. I had like this random skit where I had the Mandalorian helmet on, the one up behind me, which I'll talk about in a second. But and then I used this rifle to shoot down a photo of Moff Gideon. Now, I hope that my skills with bloody editing and so on are so much better than what they were before, because holy fuck, I went into like the deep end with all that kind of shit. But you know, I love this. I use this probably like once or twice a week to randomly shoot shit. We actually, like my roommate and I, we use this a couple of times to shoot down cockroaches, which I find kind of funny. There was this one cockroach that was going up there, and before Peter come at me, look, okay, this is not strong enough to kill a cockroach. I mean, you need to have like a nuclear explosion to really kill one of those bad boys. But even though this one in the show actually disintegrates things, which is stupid that it didn't do it. Basically, we saw a cockroach up there, and we were just like, we always get it with the vacuum, but this time we were like, no, let's shoot the rifle, because I already had it out. I was playing around with it, and we fucking got it. Like, it actually fell off the thing, which is kind of funny. Let me put this up there so I can show you guys just on camera. Oh, that's gonna hold. Basically, put this. It's like an old musket. So put that in there. Aim down the sides. Oh, isn't that the best sound ever? Man. So I love using this one. I honestly think that is one of my best purchases. I do want to do a video in the future on this one. I'm going to weather it. So look, if I'm honest, I need the time and I need the money, because that's going to be like a bunch of paints, a bunch of different random shit that I'm just going to have to spend, you know, the odd dollar on, which is not focused on the whole channel. Anyways, doesn't matter. When I get the time and the money for that one, I'm going to be doing a full weathering video, which honestly, I've seen a few tutorials on like making the weathering, and this one guy did it so perfectly and it was so easy to do. So he's hoping that can turn out well, because I fucking hate that orange. There was an older version of it that was white as well, so I really wanted the white one. Didn't get it. I got the orange one. Sadness consumes me. I'll just go fucking die. So if you've seen a couple of my recent videos, you would have seen one of my other favorite parts, lately that are of my collecting, which are playing cards. I've got this one in a protective case. It is the R5D4 from my video that I did just before. I love this guy. I love this. It is so cool. R5 is one of my favorite droids. I mean, his personality is kind of funny. He's just like this shy dude who he just gets thrown into the worst situations. And I mean, like even in Legends, he was force sensitive and he knew that R2 had to go with Luke, which was, is kind of cool. I actually have him, usually I just took it down for the video, but I have him behind the R5 that I have here. Basically, I have Quill with R5 and he's fixing him up because I had to take the helmet off. Well, sorry, the head off because I put the head in my N1 Naboo starfighter, which we can talk about. What a cool fucking transition. Oh my God, guys, I'm transition king. This is like, when I talk about the TVC, when I talk about my collection and how much I love it, this is the first thing that I think of. This ship is by far one of the coolest fucking purchases that I have ever made. And I mean, technically I made it, but I got given it as a gift because I got given the money. Either way, best gift ever, best purchase ever. I fucking love this. It's my favorite ship in Star Wars. And I mean, like, it's a hot rod N1 Naboo. Like, come on, isn't that the fucking coolest ever? So what I had to do was I had to rip that head off so I could put it in there. Which it did have the Grogu cockpit where you can have him like up at the top, but I like R5 being with them. And I've got Grogu in the little pit there, which is kind of cool. That ship is actually, it was my very first like bigger TVC thing that I've ever gotten in my life. Like I've never gotten big ships like that or anything similar. So, I mean, yes, maybe I'm biased because it's my favorite character in my favorite fantasy fiction. But I mean, it is so cool and the build quality is immense. Immense. I had to get straight away. I had to get all of the stuff to make sure that I had, because in the back you can actually lift this up here, and that is how you can get access to it. And in this back compartment there, you've got the jetpack. I've got the Darksaber, the Beskar spear, and his blaster, which I love that they added that in there so that you could literally collect like everything Mandalorian. The figurine in there as well is the very first soft cape that they did for the Mandalorian in his full Beskar, which I love. I wish that I kept the card back for it. I didn't actually keep them at the time, and I just ripped it off. And I was a bit stupid. I wish I kept the fucking Vader. That's for the future me to just like, when I get a bunch of money, I'll just go buy someone's card back. But I love that ship. I think it's one of the coolest things. Oh, actually, speaking of cards, so if you guys saw my Woolworths thing, which I loved doing, by the way, that was my kind of, I mean, I think it's a full-on addiction. I think I have a gambling addiction when it comes to these cards. But if you saw the videos, you'd realize that I've only done 2 because I couldn't do any more. I got into it too late. And then they kind of dropped all of the cards recently. It was just like, we're not going to do it anymore. You find them occasionally around the place. Anyways, my beautiful girlfriend, the biggest supporter of this channel, she actually took her sister's one and fucking gave it to me. I'm so happy about that. I can get it graded. I probably will get it graded. I don't think it's going to go very well because I was such an idiot. Like you can see, it's kind of warped. I mean, look, it's centered. The edges and corners are perfectly fine. Like there's no damage to it. But it's a little warped because I was going home from work. So she gave it to me at work. And I ride a motorbike. So I chucked it in one of the corner sides of my bag. I can't tell you how upset I was. I got home. It was raining, by the way, pissing down rain. I was soaking wet because it was like bright blue sky at the start of the day. I didn't fucking think about it. I didn't have any of my weather. Oh my God, I lose my words. I've been losing my words so fucking much lately. I didn't bring my wet weather gear and like a wet weather cover for my bag. So, and it was on the corner pocket that was exposed even more than the stuff that was inside. I was so fucking upset. I got home. I was like, I dried it off. I left it out. I left it out. It was on the clothes rack. I was so fucking scared. It still looks okay. There's no discoloration or anything like that. So he's hoping, but I don't think it's going to get that high. Anyways, that's kind of like, I mean, I really like that card. I really, really, really like that card. And that is in that's in the Razor Crest, which is a really cool fucking ship. This is one that I got from my amazing and really supportive roommate. This is a clone trooper, which I believe from Yoda's division. I love this guy. I fucking love this guy. This is my favorite little Lego dude. And I've got a Lego Mandalorian. I don't like the way they did the Mandalorian in Lego. Sad. I actually really, really don't like it. Don't know why. Don't know why. It's actually, I do. It's the fucking visor. I don't have it up here, but because I really don't like it. I got the little micro set, and I also have the Razor Crest in Lego, but it's all broken. I fucking broke in my moving box, so I've got everything together. I'm gonna do a video where I rebuild it all one day, but I love this guy. I love all of the markings on him. I've actually got a video that's gonna be coming up. It's around one point. I don't know exactly when. I've got a bunch of other stuff on the pipeline, but you know, I'm gonna do a full-on clone version of that. I've got a bunch of different paints and so on. I'm going to make my own division of clones, which is going to be kind of cool, where I put it on the TVC figurines. I've got the Phase 2 and the Phase 1 clones. So that's going to be really cool. But this guy right here inspired all of that. All of it. This guy. And my roommate was so kind. I mean, like he went back home to his place in Canberra, and he was just like, he used to play with all these Legos when he was younger, and he used to have a bunch of Star Wars Lego, and this was from his childhood. And I like, the dude is just so kind, so helpful with everything. He's a musical genius. And, you know, I mean, he's just a really great friend. And to do something like that, I really appreciate it. And it's why it's in one of the tops of my collection. I fucking love it. So you'll see here behind me. Actually, no, I tried to really point with this. Let's talk about this guy. I mean, this was my very first big purchase. I never used to, at the start of my collecting, I never used to purchase fucking anything. Like, I used to be so tight with my money. I am still really tight with my money, except for the stuff that I like Star Wars. If I see Star Wars, I'm like, oh boy. I have a fucking problem with it. And Lord of the Rings lately. So that's kind of bad. But this was one of the first purchases that I ever made. It was like fucking 500 AUD. I obviously use it all the fucking time. I actually use this with the blade probably about like every second, third day, which is kind of fucking good. I've been using it for years and years and years. I love this lightsaber. I mean, I haven't had any other lightsaber. I don't know if I will get any that's in the Hasbro FX anymore, because I don't really like the build quality of it. The fucking hilt feels incredible. It's so weighty. It looks so good. But the blade is so dull. It's not bright at all. It looks really shit. The smooth swing is like non-existent. Clash effects, non-existent. Really would not recommend getting it other than to keep this as a display piece, because this is fucking gorgeous. And I mean, look, let's talk about the helmet. That is the pinnacle. I will say, I love this lightsaber. And it's been through so much with me, like so unbelievably much. But this right here is the pinnacle of my collection. I can't put into words how excited I was when I got this. So I'm a big supporter of like going into the store, not really buying it online. I mean, if I really need something or if it's not in store, I will go and buy it online. But I love looking at it. I love kind of searching around. If anything calls to me, like if I'm looking through a bunch of stuff and I'm like, I've never fucking seen that anywhere else, I'm going to get that because it's called to me. You know what I mean? I have a weird kind of head with all that kind of stuff. And I saw this guy, and it is one of the most overproduced helmets. They are everywhere all the time, always in stock. But I love it. I love it. The details inside are incredible. I'm going to do a whole video on it sometime soon. But That is by far one of my best purchases. This one and that one were some of my first purchases as well, which is so wild, so unbelievably wild that I got these two that like are each, I think, yeah, 500, and that was like 350. Man, my fucking bank account at one point was like so hurt, so hurt. Well, maybe I was just richer, because I can't remember what it was like at the time. But oh my god, like let me just be real with you. That shit is fucking incredible. And I've looked at so many in the future. Like I've seen so many of these other ones that I really really wanted. There was one that I first wanted. That was not the first one that I ever wanted. It was the prototype Boba Fett white helmet. I fucking love it. It was my dream for so long. Absolutely my dream for so long. I've never seen a helmet that I have wanted more than this one, because it just, like, it's the history, it's the look. I love the look of the white Boba Fett more than I do the green, by far. I mean, I like actually the Book of Boba Fett version of him so much more. But, you know, I love the white, and it was just, and I saw it, it was in JB Hi-Fi, and it was on sale because no one was buying them at the time, and I was really poor. I had no money, I was working so much, and I just, bills, everything like that, fucking, I could not afford it. So, sometime in the future, I will be getting it. I know they're out right now, but again, I can't really afford it. So I spent too much money on trying to fucking do this channel, which I hope you guys, I thank you so much for every single fucking person that's been enjoying this and like fucking subbing to me and just commenting everything. I see all of you guys and I just appreciate it. I absolutely love it so much seeing you guys. To kind of finish off my collection, I'll do a couple of TVC, which I know I've done my top 5 TVC figurines, so I won't go over it too much. But this is my Mandalorian Mines of Mandalore. Oh my god. Okay. So I talk about this all the time because I love the soft cape, but holy shit is this guy fucking sexy. I mean, I never liked him with the like brown rusty Beskar outfit. I mean, actually I think it was Durasteel. I'm pretty sure his original one was Durasteel because he was a poor Mandalorian as well. Fucking awesome. Love the show, but I hated that first outfit, which is why it meant so much. Obviously, that's why they fucking do it when he goes full Beskar. You never go full Beskar. But no, like, I love that figurine. It's so fucking cool. But holy shit, does it not even hold a flame to this bad boy. I mean, R.I.P. James Earl Jones. Every time I fucking see this, I've been obsessed with Vader since I was a kid. Always loved Vader, always obsessed with it. This is the Obi-Wan Kenobi Darth Vader. This is the Jewel of the Fates. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the Jewel of the Fates, but it's the showdown duel between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, and it was one of my favorite scenes in Kenobi, and I loved Kenobi. I fucking hope they do a season 2. I'm going to do a video on that, don't worry. But I hope they do a season 2 because holy shit, I loved Kenobi. It just did not need to be a TV show. Make it a fucking movie. Make it a fucking movie, and we'll be done. Obviously, it's hard to be like, oh my god. Obviously, I fucking love my fucking ATST. I will say, quick video with this guy. Holy shit. I filmed a whole video. I lost all of the footage. I did a whole unboxing of this. This was, by far, I actually have the box right here. I'm like, this one was probably my best purchase with the TVC. I love Black Chrysanthemum. I think he's one of the coolest characters that George Lucas has ever fucking created. I love that he's a gladiator. I love that he's a Wookiee. I'm obsessed with Wookiees. If I could be in the Star Wars universe, I would be a Wookiee Mandalorian. Fucking put that down. But I love it. I love that guy so much. The build quality is incredible. And yeah, that's really it. I mean, I've got so much other stuff. Like, I've got my Star Wars playing cards that I got from my amazing roommate. Sorry, not roommate. My amazing workmate, Tommy. Love you, bro. He's so cool. He collects cards, and he saw those, and I'm surrounded by genuinely beautiful people, and I'm very grateful. I've got a Star Wars Legion, Din Djarin and Grogu, which you can't see most likely, but I'm going to do a video on that soon. And it's not even taken out of the box yet. So don't worry. I'm going to get to that, and you guys will see that in another time. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for sticking around. I just kind of wanted to show you because this really is my inspiration. It's my inspiration. I love, love, love so much everything to do with Star Wars. And collecting for me is like, it's like having a firm grasp, like a physical grasp on my favorite fantasy universe. Because Star Wars is fantasy, not sci-fi. But it's just so awesome for me to be able to hold onto things that I've just genuinely loved watching and actually been emotional for. Like I fucking cry all through Star Wars, mainly in Mandalorian season 2 when he has to give up his helmet. Oh my God. Like he gave up his whole order, his whole way of life just to make sure this kid knew what he looked like. Fuck. I get a bit emotional thinking about it. It's I love them. I love the Mandalorian, and I love everything to do with this collecting. And I love you guys. Like seeing, I think right now it's like 147 of you. Like blows my fucking mind. Absolutely blows my mind. I'm so grateful for every single person, for all of you guys who are commenting. I can't thank you enough. There's actually like there's so many comments coming through each week. I just like I keep pinching myself because I'm like, man, I'm hopefully creating a little safe space for the people that just love Star Wars and just don't really care for all the fucking politics and all the drama and what's good, what's bad, and just finding ways to enjoy it either way. And on that note, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here, and I will catch you in the next one. Be keen for a big project that I've got coming up. It's huge, and it's what I've been working on literally for days and days and days, because when I do it, I really want to do it right. Really want to do it right for you guys. I love you so much. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Ciao, bitches.